Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I love messing around with this mic for some reason. Perhaps one of my favorite things on this stream. Anyways, let's get into it. Today is Monday, and we're back. We're back after a little bit of being away. Yeah, basically, you know, enough time has passed. We're back and we're locked in. I hope you're locked in. Got some cool stuff lined up, some daily games, some Mario mod. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's kind of the itinerary for the day, and I hope you freaking enjoy. But I suppose enough of the dilly-dallying. We'll just get right into the game. Right into the game. Alright, so I have my keyboard all the way up here for some reason. For some reason that escapes me. Alright, I've moved it to its proper positioning. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Now let's get started. Today I have this fun game. Let's see. Have I been getting this wrong? I have pretty consistently. I need to rename my scenes. Okay, here it is. We are playing higher or lower. Higher or lower. Seems like a fun game. I think I'd be pretty good at it. So yeah, let's go. Basically the way the game works is you have to guess whether or not the new item has more or less monthly searches than the previous one. And it just, you know, it gives you new items and compare it to the old ones. So we're starting with cornflakes versus Adidas. I'd go with Adidas is for sure higher. Yeah, okay. And then this guy's lower, just no question. I mean, this guy works for the other one. This is probably much. Ooh, this guy is pretty famous. Dang, I got two? Oh, okay, I see now. I didn't know that was considered famous. Surely higher. Okay, interesting. Surely lower. Wow, but that guy is crazy famous. I'm learning a little bit. This has got to be lower. Ain't nobody doing Tai Chi. It's crazy that people seem to have these high freaking numbers. Going off the people have high numbers, I'm gonna click, yeah. So I think there's okay, this is surely insane. There's like a bias towards, ooh, lower for sure. She works for them, basically. Let's see, it's gotta be, I've never heard of that. It's gotta be lower. Let's see, Game of Thrones, gotta be higher. Dang, that's still popping. I guess they're making new stuff. What? Nah, bro. Nah, okay, Lambo higher, for sure. For sure. Kite surfing, never heard of it. It's lower. Let's see, Porsche higher. Okay, we're cooking now. Yeah, that first one was just a. Bill Gates probably higher. Ooh, lower. That's tough. 90% of people who play play a score less than you. We're impressed. Okay, that's decent. Lower for sure. For sure. Okay. We're here. Stolen Generation, never heard of it. It's lower. It's definitely lower. I've never heard of this, but it really? I figured because of the number of people it impacts, it would be higher, but I guess it doesn't even impact that many people. Lower. Okay. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac Mogs. Lost. Wow. How do they decide whether it's the show or just someone's lost? Okay. Pre-Tibet. Tibet. Tibet. Final answer. Probably lower. Dang, that's tough. Higher, for sure. Ace of Rings, higher. Yep. Harvey Weinstein, lower. What? People are still looking into this guy? I mean, I guess maybe they're like, oh, how's he doing? Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, if you're curious. Table tennis, or probably, ooh. I should have looked at the background. Economic Forum. Boring. Who's looking higher? Ooh. Okay, interesting. I figured. Okay. This feels kind of random. I know it's not though. Probably so low. So low. Zero. So many zeros. It's surely higher now. It's kind of close though. Lower. Lower for sure. Ooh, lower. Never heard of it. Gotta be higher. Pogba. I think I might have heard of him. Betty Boop. Lower. Yeah. Old school. A whole entire country? Surely higher. A million. David and Goliath. Ooh. This is probably. It feels like only a little bit lower. Ooh, a lot lower. Okay. Nobody's talking about that now. Ah, wait. Much higher. Hotmail. Lower. Hey. People still use that? Oh my gosh. There's probably like a whole country that just still loves Hotmail. I thought Hotmail was done for. They're doing great. They're doing absolutely phenomenally. 8, okay. Sure. United Kingdom. Insomnia. This affects a lot of people regularly, right? Like what to do if have insomnia, right? No, not higher. High, but not higher. Tough. Elvis Presley, probably higher. Pink Panther, definitely lower. Still decent, surprisingly. Cadbury, gotta be high. Who's looking that up? Okay. Palm Islands. You're right. Same. Lower. Okay, here we go. We're back. Deforestation? Dude, nobody cares. Oh my gosh. People care a little bit higher. Louis Vuitton? Higher. Okay. Lower for sure. Bruce Springsteen. Higher. Not by much. Lynn Hill. Ooh. Know this, don't know this person. Lower. Okay. Well, next one's probably higher. Yeah, higher. Beethoven. Lower. This is sad. The fact that gambling's on the rise and this is still so low is kind of sad. Okay, higher for sure. Yep. Lower because as we know, people don't really look up candy. Divorce lawyer. Probably high. What? Think about it. Engagement ring. You only get engaged once. And you only get divorced once. If half of marriages end in divorce, then wouldn't the divorce lawyer search be about half that of engagement rings? That was my logic. Or even remotely close, but it's not even remotely close. Engagement ring. Yeah, maybe it's just. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Why is engagement rings almost an order of magnitude higher than divorce lawyer? How does that make sense? Probably, you know what it probably is? People are probably, when you look up divorce lawyer, you only want to look that up once. But when you look up engagement ring, I can imagine there are a lot of people just pondering, just thinking about it, browsing, you know, just kind of dreaming about it, looking into it. Okay, it's gotta be lower. People don't know about this. Synesthesia. Valentine's Day, higher for sure. Royal family, lower. Irrelevant. 126, as we know, this is low. Lower than, 6 figs. Racism, gotta be higher. Crazy high. That picture's crazy. Truly racist. Microsoft, for sure higher. NWA, lower. Yeah. That's lower. Doctors Without Borders. Unfortunately, probably lower. Yeah, surely higher. This is W content? Everton. Probably higher because football is so popular. Ooh, unfortunately, probably lower. Not by much though. Dubai. I feel like people have a lot of interest in Dubai. Nah, not. Oh, yes they do. Yes they do. Top 10%, man. I'm trying to be in the top 1%. Watch out. Okay, come on. No. But relatively similar. Lower. 100K. Who is this? Let's see, what's this behind them? Is it sports? It looks like politics. Probably. Man. Kristen Stewart. Space Odyssey. Lower. Movie has not aged very well. Let's just say that. Moon landing, higher. Ooh, okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it on this. I think we got top 10% twice, and that's enough for me. That is enough for me. All right. Let's see. Let's get into this next thing. Let's get into the next thing. The next thing is... Okay. The next thing is this, that I'm showing you now. Will you press the button? Can I? Okay, there we go. Alright. I think this makes sense. Or, I don't know. I don't freaking know. The size is good. Okay, will you press the button? You create a treaty with every nation that ends all wars and creates hundreds of years of peace between all nations. The treaty is signed the day after your death? Yes. What? There's no downside. There's no doubt. Nothing changes except now I know world peace will be after I die. That's chill. Alright, let's see. Nope. Sorry. I mean, honestly, it's showing me ads anyways. I don't really think it matters. Look, now it's like, I don't know, it was just showing me ads. It's weird. You can have any superpower, but some random person gets to choose your weakness. Ooh, no. No, I'm good on that. You know what? I low-key lacked imagination there. I should have just had a loophole answer. Final ads thing. Hold on. I didn't know it was gonna be so insistent on that. Okay. And plus, it was already showing me ads. Like, what are we doing? Oh, this is fun. There we go. It's just computer's being slow. Okay. Yeah, I have 2 ad blockers because sometimes 1 isn't enough. Sometimes 2 isn't enough, as you can see in this case. But makes it a little more annoying to stop them. Okay. To like turn the ad blockers off, I mean. Alright. Well, now we just have a couple of ads in the way. That's fun. Yeah. Nah, actually, I think I still stand on my answer on this. Because what if the person says instant death? Then that's it. I guess I could just counter that, right? Anything you can think of, you could just counter it with a superpower. Alright, let's see. You get the chance to choose a new talent for yourself, but you'll steal that talent from someone else. Can I choose who? Because if I can choose who, I think that's pretty chill. Like, I can just steal the talent from someone I think is a bad person. If it's just a random person, then that, I feel like it kind of sucks for them, especially if they're reliant on that talent. Yeah. I guess it depends which. Oh my gosh. Bro. Either I block the ads and I get a pop-up saying stop blocking the ads, or I don't block the ads and I get a pop-up saying please block the ads. Here you go. Okay. You can bring back, again, no downside. There's absolutely no downside from this. What? You can only spend 5 minutes with each before you die? I feel like this depends on how you interpret this. Because, so you can bring back five people back from the dead, but you can only spend 5 minutes with each before you die. You could either interpret that as in you have 25 minutes to live and you spend 5 minutes with each, or you can interpret this as, you know, you live your normal life and spend 5 minutes with each. But like, if I were to bring back 5 people from the dead, I'd probably just bring back 5 people. Like, I'd probably just look up recent accidents or something like that. I don't know. Or so, you know what I'm saying? Or I could bring back like really people that did a lot of good. I don't know. Maybe this is just like let the dead rest kind of vibe, but at the very least, you could just look up like recent accidents. People that would, you know, be in a hospital or a morgue still. Stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any downside unless it's the other interpretation. Okay. You have the best friend of your life, but you're secretly in love with him all the time. No, I'm good on that, bro. I have enough friends. Let's see. You invent human-computer communication, allowing to learn any skill or knowledge in an instant. Your invention leaks to the public, allowing human-computer viruses to kill people as often as... What? Kill people? What? This is a true double-edged sword. I think is the first one that's like actually decent. Question. As often as computer viruses infect computers, that's very often. I will not. Yeah, that's too often. You can travel to whatever time in history you like, but you must stay there forever, never to see your family or friends again. That does not seem very nice at all. I don't like that. You can travel back in time, but you can only sign. Okay, yeah, no downside. Yes. You get your dream life, everything you could want, but you have to have a what the heck? Threesome with her and Bonnie Blue every week? That's insane. I don't particularly want to do that. I don't know. It depends how involved she has to be, bro. This one's crazy. This one's freaky, bro. This is a tough one. It's not that bad of a downside. It's a really good upside, but it's like you're kind of anchored to that. I don't like that being there the whole time. I don't think I'm going for that, man. Yeah, I don't think I'm going for that. It's like for the rest, you're like, nah, I'm good on that. All right, you're the richest person in the world, but you have no. I will not. You're the richest person in the world, but you have no hands, arms, legs, or feet. So you essentially have servants do everything for you, but you can't really do anything yourself. Yeah, no. The only reason I'm thinking about this is because I feel like we do kind of live in an age where prosthetics are getting better and better, and like imagine like 20 years from now, I'm, you know, 46, and I'm still like one of the richest people in the world, and cybernetics are really good, you know, at least like 20 years from now, they gotta be really good. You know what I'm saying? But that interim period doesn't seem very fun. And I mean, that's my youth. I don't know. I like my life. I like my life though. Yeah. All right. Let's see. You can pause, rewind, and fast forward time. You become invisible. So no downs. I mean, being invisible for a month seems at least a little bit dangerous. Like, I think you could instead reframe this as an invisibility power, but it's a month every time you use it. And you also happen to be able to do, you know, pause, rewind, and fast forward time. I don't know if I want to be invisible for a whole month ever. I just feel like, because you'd essentially be missing, right? And people would be asking where you went. But wait, could I just rewind 2 months back? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So if let's say I pause time or something, and then I have to spend a whole month invisible. But then at the end of that month, I rewind 2 months, so then I spend a whole month with my current self doing whatever in real life, and I'm invisible that whole time. Wait, there's no downside. Except that every time you use it, you have to go back and spend, you know, there's no downside. Oh, well, there's that. Let's see. Guess refresh. Okay, is the stream up? I can't imagine the stream is up if this is happening. Let's see, can I get on any other websites? That looks pretty bad. Yeah. Looks like am I live? I don't know. It looks like I am. Bitrate seems fine. Okay. Well, I was kind of having fun with that. That's a little disappointing. I mean, we can move on, but I would prefer. Honestly, I prefer to keep going. Yeah. Looks like there's no real way to get this going again. Unless, let me try Edge. Microsoft Edge. Crazy, I know. Whoever would willingly use this, but let's give it a shot. Not looking good. Yeah, I have the game for today already loaded up and everything, so we can move on to that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not working. Let's move on. Dang, that's kind of abrupt. Okay. That's fine, I guess. And what else am I supposed to do? Not move on? Just sit here? I don't know. Let's move on, man. I'm looking forward to this game, this freaking brand new mod. It's not, I won't say it's a new game because it's Mario 64. But no, we are playing Sonic Mushroom Blast, which I don't know if you know this, but is a full-on ROM hack where you're playing as Sonic in the Mario 64 world. It's pretty insane. Let's make sure I have everything right on the stream before we get into this. All right, let's dive into this game. It looks like a lot of fun. It's like the way I understand it's like a mix of both. So you get some Mario and you get some Sonic aspects, I mean, to the platforming. We'll see. How is it? Let me get in frame. Yep. What's going on? Game volume. Right now. Ooh, sorry. Oh yeah, yeah. Now we're cooking. Is that too loud? For sure. I like the music though. This is some Sonic type. Can I say that? Some Sonic type music? Enough time has passed. Dang. I have this little picture, but it's part of it's out of frame. Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Let's go. Let's jump into it. Ooh, yep. Yep. That's Sonic right there. Whoa. Okay, and then I'm here. Whoa. What the? This is some Sonic CD music, I think. Either that or Mania. And basically, okay, this is kind of sick. The movement here feels pretty decent. It feels like it does feel like if and I hate to say this, if Sonic had a game on the N64, this is what it would control like. Like the startup is a little bit slow, kind of like I feel like those old Sonic games. And then once think like Sonic R, it kind of controls like Sonic R, a little bit smoother. I'm noticing some glitching, but it was also on the, what the heck was that? What the heck was that? I'm noticing some glitching, but that also happened on the ROM hack video. Whoa, Bob-omb bad feature. Yep. Of course this person tipped Sonic R. That's some Sonic R music. Okay, this is weird. This is weird. I'm guessing I have to get to the top and kill Bob-omb. Whoa. Okay, interesting. I was honestly expecting. Nice. I was expecting oh, he looks very evil. What was I expecting, bro? Some sort of something. Can I speak? I was expecting freaking Sonic stages and not Mario 64 ones. Okay, but we'll see. They all might be remixes. In which case, I'll just blast right through. What's up? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. We're doing emeralds. Okay. What the heck? All right, he's chasing. He is fast. Oh, I can run through him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so I can. Are there any other controls? Yeah, there's like a crouch, which is, I don't know what that does. Maybe that lets me hit Bob-omb. What's up? Let me see if that lets me hit him. Nope. Okay, what the heck was that? I see. That's the boss battle. Oh, just don't fall off. Ooh. Okay, that's very Sonic. Ooh, he's gonna kill me. I almost let him hit me again. There we go. Please be dead. Can we just use this, bro? No? We don't get this? Alright, fair enough. Just curious. Bro. Just like old time, man. Just like old times. Grab this. The rings. The rings, the rings, the rings. Nice. Now we have those. Wait, why didn't I'm noticing on the top left, I didn't get any rings from that. How does that make any sense? In Sonic, you'd get the rings from that. Okay. Is there some sort of way to attack without gaining a bunch of speed and falling off here? No? No. Okay. I know what I need to do then. The thing is, he just moves so fast, look. But if I just get over here and do that. And just, yeah, just keep doing that. Oh, hold on. Gotta make more room so I can turn around. Ah. Did I just die from that? I got comboed to death. That's crazy. Okay. I'm kind of getting the gist here. What? Oh, okay. I see the rings pop out. Is there a star in here? Oh, sorry. Emerald. Imagine I can do bomb clip. No, there's no grabbing. Ooh. Okay. Yikes. I wish I could do a homing attack. That would make the movement in this game, like, I won't say 10 times better, but I will say at least probably 1,000 times better. Hold on. Yeah, I really do feel like that's the one thing this game's missing. Add a homing attack. Now we're cooking. But I'm sure they thought about it, maybe tried coding it in, and just said, nah, I ain't doing all that. Yeah. No, it's not that easy making a mod. Or maybe it's intentional and it's based off the old Sonic R control system. Classic Sonic. It's classic Sonic style. I still prefer homing attack though. Or maybe you'd trivialize the games. I'm gonna die from that. Yeah, he just combos you. Okay, did you see that? That looked like a homing attack. Ah, okay. I see. So does that mean that while I'm doing that, okay. So if I can do that, that'll help me in the battle, right? Hold on. That'll help me in the battle, right? I hate freaking Jane Sean, bro. Sonic's trying to save Mario's world. He's such a hero. Just saving everybody. I wonder if at the end of this mod you have to save Mario, like, it's Mario, oh my gosh. Yep, and then you get the awesome scene of freaking Mario giving Sonic a smooch at the end of the game. My hero. Alright, here we go. Okay, now we're talking. Not doing damage though, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I see. Usually in Sonic it's eight hits, not 3. Let's see if it's 3 here. No, I keep falling. What the heck? Dude, I can't get the 3rd hit in. And for all I know, it's 8. Oh my gosh. For all I know, it's 8. That was a high jump. How'd I do that? Okay, see, that one literally drops no rings. So it wasn't me. It wasn't just me. I think we gotta make a game out of this. Take out the old Jozen redos. I think we're probably on the 4th try. Maybe we've done 4 tries, I don't know. And I think, not gonna lie, I think what we gotta do is this, bro. Hold on. Frick. Oh my gosh. I didn't do anything. Please. Please. Alright, anyways. Here's what I was thinking. We just... Oh my gosh. Whatever, bro. I don't even care. I don't even care. Hold on. If you're watching this, I salute you. You're a soldier. I'm trying to make this more interesting for you, but unfortunately I failed. Alright. No. I've done the opposite. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Actually, I'm not really thinking anything, but I'm trying to think of a way to add a spin to this, because clearly this is one of those Jozen moments where I just get stuck on the thing, and I just can't beat it for some reason. It's just a classic Jozen moment. See, that's what I wanted to do, but see how he didn't get stunned that time, and then I fall. Can I say it? I feel like having me do this is bad game design, bro. I'm saying it. It's bad. He moves too fast. Like, I know. Yeah, you make space. He moves too fast, so you're too much in a hurry to try and do your little spin dash. You do it wrong, you fall off. And if he hits you, he stun locks you, you die. Yeah, see? Oh my gosh. This map is seriously an issue. The thing is, I don't have any other emeralds, so I can't even go to anywhere else. Is there even one over there? There is. I might just get that one first. I might just go to the top and just get that one first, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. Yeah, if I go up here and I do this. Yeah, I think I can just grab that one. Dude, what kind of movement was that? Did you see how I just immediately switched directions? What? Bit of a janky mod, I'll admit it. I don't think it's right that I immediately swapped direction like that. I mean, I kind of like snappy movement, but I don't think momentum should work like that in the game. In my opinion. No, in my opinion, that makes no sense. Yeah, I counted for the instant switch around here. All right, let's just get this one, bro. Give me the emerald. Okay, and I can skip that. And then I stay in the level. Is that air acceleration? Okay. Reduce, dev intended, stronger like Genesis. No. See audio? Okay, true. Alright, man. I'm thinking we just leave. Leave the level. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm not even mad at it. They put a lot of hard work and effort into this. I'm just gonna give them props. Hello? Oh, do I need 3,000 score? Okay, 7,500 score. That's very interesting. So basically I need another star. What about this? Emeralds? 20,000, interesting. So it goes off score, not the star. Okay. So basically I still have to kill King Bomb. I don't think they're, hold on, I could do reds. Hello? Let me get that. There we go. Okay, before there's a red here. But I don't... Oh, there it is. I see. Oh, nice. Nice. I do like how it's a red ring. Because I think those exist in the Sonic universe, is why I say that. I don't think they look like that though. They have the red star in the middle. Y'all know the ones. Goodness gracious. Oh, and I lose score? Oh my gosh. I lose score? Okay. Let's use the camera and our eyes to go the right direction. There. This one? Oh, sweet. Oh, I can... My legs start to blur when I start moving fast enough. Okay. Fair enough. So... Okay. No, yeah. So bombs, they hurt you by touching you in this game, rather than chasing you around harmlessly. That's good info. And also, yeah, they can stun lock you. I think no invincibility after getting hit is a key. It's a major oversight as a game developer or mod developer, whatever. You definitely should include that, at least. So I can't get stun locked by one bomb, bro. Okay, I have 4. There are 2, where are the last ones, bro? Oh yeah, one's here. Yeah. 2. Why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? I know where the last 2 are, but there's one more that I'm clearly forgetting. The last 2 are here. Sorry. 2 of the last 3 are here, there. There's a key one I'm forgetting. There's one on the hill. Oh no, please don't die to bomb. There's one on the hill. There's one over there. I got both of those. Why am I forgetting this one? Which one is it? I usually do reds. Semi-frequently at least. Where is the last red? Oh, it's on top of the tree. That's right. Whoops. I think my excuse, there is no tree. Oh my gosh. That's hard. Oh no, he's gonna stun lock me and kill me. Oh, this mod is so difficult. Actually crazy. You know why? I'm moving like Sonic in a Mario world, bro. They should have made Sonic stages for Sonic, in my opinion. Like the whole thing with Sonic is you're not really doing very much detailed movement, really. Specific movement. Mario you are, that's like the whole thing, is you're like threading the needle all the time. Oh, you just lose all your momentum, okay. I see. Okay, sure. Alright, already got that emerald. Nice. Oh, we're cooking. Already got this one? Okay. Get this one, don't get stun locked and die. Just go through that way so you don't have to face the bomb on the way out. Oof, scary. Scary Terry. And then, oh yeah, the chain chomp. Hello, you gonna do your, there you go. There we go, yes, okay, now we can get another emerald. Sweet. I will say one thing they nailed was the sound design. Hold button to skip. I'm holding button. Okay. Man, if it doesn't work, whatever. Let's stop complaining. Okay. I have exactly 3,000. Let's get out of here. Let's get that out of here. What? Okay. Save and quit, I guess? Or continue with that. It was save and quit. Save and continue, or quit without, or continue without saving? I don't know. And I guess I just held down and pressed A. Dude, what's going on? What is going on? Hey, it's a little problem. Problem? Yes, you could say so. I have a bit of a problem in here. I guess I'll solve it by restarting. I sure hope it's saved. That's really all you can hope for. Let's see. Let us see. I should have known from this intro the game was going to be a little janky. Look at that. It's just a PNG getting larger. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit janky. Janky enough to where, oh, I have 3,000 score. Okay, well, let's go here then, since I have 3,000 score. I have no emeralds. Because there's no data. Ah, that's funny. Despite Sonic, the door slowly opens and then he busts through the door. Okay. Dash into the king. Oh, so what you're telling me is that I need to do that exact same thing. That mechanic that I already didn't like. Okay, that's fun. Okay. I wonder if I could do cannonless here. Nice. Okay, how would I get up here without triple jump? Yeah, not getting up there the fast speedrunner way, that's for sure. I can just skip over all that, yeah. Skip over that. Let me on that. Here we go. Alright. This is the same thing, but just try to spin dash wimp. Let me go over here. Oh. What? It's instant death? My life counter went up? What the heck is up with this game? That's a death counter. Wait. So that means that I can potentially do this. Let me turn off the tries one. Or maybe I'll just change it to deaths. That's a death counter. Alright, cool. Well, now we know. Is it intended to work that way? I don't know. Goodness. Goodness gracious. This mod is... I mean, it's decently made, but... It's decently made, man. That's all I'm gonna say. What? I wasn't even near him. Decently made, but... There's a but. These maps were designed for Mario. And they don't work great with Sonic with this moveset. Dude, what was that? Did you see how fast he turned around and dropped on me? Just some cap. What's up, G? This mod is horrific. Run 120 stars instead. This mod is honestly horrific. I think you are mostly right about that. Specifically the map. Should have just made new maps. Should have just made new maps, bro. Not gonna lie to you. But also, I'm not gonna run 120 stars. That's for sure. That's for dang sure. Oh, what? It saved these. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Instant death might be a glitch just like the other mod that you fixed. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe, bro. Yeah, let me think about that. Cause I know we were doing a node. There was some. Whoa! I'm trying to remember what exactly you're talking about, cause I do recall myself dying instantly to things. Oh yeah. In Star Road, it was some of the later levels. I was just dying instantly. And I was like, what the heck? And I just restarted it, and then I wasn't dying instantly. So I guess that's really what happened. Alright, let me try to kill this guy, bro. Is there a mod, or sorry, a map in this game you think would be good with this mod? Like, maybe like a wet dry world? I feel like wet dry world could be fun. Yeah, wet dry world. What else? Probably anyone would, wait. Now I'm thinking, imagine like Rainbow Ride in this mod, bro. Just torture. Just torture. Alright, that's 3 hits. Is he dead? No. No, he's not. I got my 3 hits, but unfortunately in Sonic, bosses are 8. Oh, never mind. Did I maybe miss one? Okay. What can it be? Yep, I beat you. Let's go. Okay, we are now cooking once more. Let's go. Hold button to skip. I actually did think I made that faster. Okay, what else is on this level? We have the Chain Chomp. How do I deal with that? How do I dispose of him? You must die. Can I? Maybe if I jump on it and spin dash? Hold on. Oh, I just gotta jump. Okay. That's fair. Oh. There we go. Goodbye. How's the volume? What is that noise? Okay. We got, how many we got? 4? That's cool. 5K, 5.5K. Decent. Any others I could do right away? Secrets? I could do secret coins. Yeah. Let's get to secret coins, bro. And secret coins. Surely, oh no, it looks like there's a wing cap. Oh, I can just do that. Oh, there's clearly a wing cap though, or some sort of thing similar. All right. In which case, let me think about it. There's Red's bomb. Oh, well, there's no Koopa the Quick. So let me exit level and go back in and try Koopa the Quick. Oh, I know he's gonna be fast, bro. Let's be honest. He's gonna be an issue. He's gonna be an issue, bro. I know it. I just know it. Let's see. Hey, Sonic. Is it true that you beat the big Bomb? Cool. You must be strong and pretty fast. So how fast are you anyway? That's enough to beat me? Metal Koopa? I don't think so. Just try me. How about a race to the top mountain? Race to the mountaintop where Big Bomb was. What do you say? When I say go, let the race begin. Ready? Go. Okay. Oh, he goes this way too. Oh, he's not a joke. I can't get hit by anything. I also can't fall. That'd be devastating. Okay, this joint's over. Eat him. Not bad. Where is he? I know he's fast though. Yep. Woo. Oh my gosh, came out of the sky. What? You're really fast. Blueberry. Here you go. One at fair and square. Okay. For once in his life, he was actually pretty fast. But not fast enough. Let's go. Okay, so we're done with this level. Alright, we're back on track. We're back on track here. We got 6,600. That means we could do cool. I like, hello? 7,500. Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Yeah, I suppose on average I would. No, that's wrong. Okay. Oh, is this a emerald? Nope, just jank. True. Okay. There is going to be a star over this way. So let's just get this one. Can I just, you know what I'm saying? Do it this way? What the heck was that? No. Let me get this emerald here. If I can. Nope. Okay. We're just gonna try it again. This time not run into the spring. Here we go. There we go. What? I wasn't even near it. I wasn't even near it that time. I was very clearly to the left. Okay. How do you even? I really wonder what would have happened there. I have a feeling the spring was still going to trigger. You gotta like go around it, I feel. Alright. Let me try. I went around it, but it fell off. Just the last second. I think this is the way. Maybe not the way they intended. I don't think they had a way they intended. Okay. Like, I don't think... Soft locked. Start level. Okay. No, I don't think they really thought about how you're supposed to get these very much at all. I think they just put them where they usually are. And said, job done. That's where it is in the OG. Job done. Said, fair enough. I can get to it, so it's not the worst. But it could be better. Gimme. There we go. Okay, now we can go to cool. Just get me out of this stinking level. Cool could be decent. Cool could be decent. Let's go. Cool time. Yes. Okay, that time that didn't do the door animation. Whatever. Alright, you know what we gotta do first. Oh, we got the little penguin guy? How's this go? That makes sense, I guess. Oh, what? What? Sure. This might be hard. Okay. Leave here. Wow. Woo! Love the jank, bro. Here we go. Skip that. Restart level. Do it again. Penguin 3D blast. Alright, penguin 3D blast. Let's do it again. This time against the penguin. Hey, man. Let's see if they made this guy any faster. I hope not. It was already chaotic enough trying to do that the first time. Oh, he's faster. He's so fast. Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to beat that, bro? Without doing this and him saying, oh, you cheated. And then I died. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, it is so crazy that the live counter goes up. Whoops. Let's try bringing the penguin back to his mama. Oh, L to drop? True. Hello? Maybe don't get hit and die. There we go. Sick. Okay, not bad. Let's see, we need 20K. Why are you angry now? What? Oh, because I technically still have it? There we go. There you go. Yep. Okay. Let's erase this stupid... Oh, it's this one. Okay. Alright. Let's do this awful death race. I might just have to skip this one, frankly. Look at him go. How do I catch up without just immediately doing that, bro? He's gonna say I cheated. He's gonna say I freaking and no, he just smoked me! Oh my gosh. What, you still gonna say I cheated, or what are you gonna do? Oh yeah. Dude, that seems impossible. I don't know who made this, bro, but they were tweaking on a number of levels. And I mean, you know what? I mean that literally in both ways. Okay. Really, they were tweaking on every level. Freaking. Okay. Oh, I just run on top of water? Surely I can sink. Yeah. What is going on? What is going on? Goodness. Okay. Hello? No shot, the rest of the game is the same maps? Oh, 100% is. Yeah. So it is entirely the same game, with just some obstacles redesigned, basically. Which is fun. I mean, it's probably better than just having Sonic, having a Sonic character mod. Like, that'd probably be slightly more annoying. Let me down! Let me down! There we go. I wish I got one of those rings. It's gonna follow me. Okay. Let's go, 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 go! Alright. Which way is it? I forget. Right. No! Oh my gosh. My first thought was left, but I was like, no, I think it's right. Ah. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. No, that's not what Sonic would say. What do you say? That's no good. It's something like that, maybe? Oh my gosh. Just let me out of here. Okay. Let's get some rings. Probably should have got these the first time. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter now. I already know which one it is. Okay. Gimme. Gimme. Thank you. Skip. Now, dude, the sound design. I was applauding the modder for their sound design. That sounded awful. They got overlapping music, bro. My guy. What are you doing? This guy's gonna freaking kill me. There we go. Alright. This one. I might be a fraud. I might be on fraud watch. Hold on. This one. I think it's... I forget which. I think it's this one, bro. Freak. Oh my gosh. Alright, come on. No, don't touch that one. Alright, so this one's in a, okay, this one's in a circle. Alright. I'm probably gonna think of like a mnemonic, or like, you know, a mnemonic device to remember. Let's see. Okay. In the ship, you run in a clockwise circle. It's C, clockwise circle. No, counterclockwise is also C. So maybe just ship in a circle. Ship in a circle. The ship you run, it's in the ship you run in a circle, and then what about outside? What about the other one? Let's restart. Cave and go left. Cave. What's a mnemonic device for that? Cave. If you're in the cave, be brave. And I was gonna say lucky left, but I also have a saying which is always go right. Some say lucky left, some say always go right, bro. Can I connect these things somehow? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, here we go. I learned while playing the Sonic mod, I learned to go left. Get it? While playing the Sonic mod, I learned to go left. Okay, there you go. 2 L's. Oh my gosh. Dude, that sucks. I don't know why I thought I could do it the second time. I was probably because I was thinking about a completely different thing, which is a mnemonic device to remember the treasure chest. And the ship go in a circle. The ship's a circle. Ship's a circle. And while playing Sonic mod, I learned to go left. Alright. I'm at 10K. Oh, I could probably do Princess Secret Slide. The Princess Slide. Okay, nice. I like that animation. It just triggers... What? Inconsistently. Okay, so it's backwards? Nah. What's going on? I'm gonna guess that was on purpose. And I was supposed to spawn there. For some reason I have to hold B in order to run on this surface, which is weird. Bro, what were they thinking, man? What were they This might have to be the final straw. What were they thinking when they did this? How did this make any sense to do at all? Whoever made this has a twisted mind. Thank God, yeah. Nah, look at this, bro. What did they even... Why would you do this? Oh. Wait, they were kind of cooking. There's like a jump height mechanic. Oh. Wait. They were kind of cooking. They were kind of cooking. They were kind of cooking when they did that. Alright. Let's see. What's my score? 1200. Yeah. Man, I really wanted to like make a little video out of this, which is, you know, part of why I picked it. I don't know. But you know what? I think the video can just end here. Wow, that was bad. Alright, and end of the freaking video. End of the freaking video. Make it stop. Make it freaking stop. You can tell, is this the worst SM64 mod out there? True. Alright. Let's see. I was earlier, I don't know if you saw in the VOD, I was doing press the button. Let's see if it'll load. Yeah, it loaded. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. We'll let the section be the section. Okay. Let's see, is there any other things? Yeah, okay. I did have one more idea. So let's do that. Let's do this other idea. And I was going to do this, but I was like, it's kind of half-baked. And then I did the Sonic mod, which turned out to literally be like a super half-baked mod. Sorry if the maker of the mod clicked on this stream, because they're like, ooh, that's my mod. Oh, I'm on Twitch, and ooh, that's my mod. Sorry, brother. It's not good. It's not good. But you can definitely work on it, make it better. My first step is just start with original maps. You can get them from somebody else's mod. That seems fine by me. But just change the maps, bro. Start there. You can even make them aesthetically similar, but just like make them large and flat and design them for Sonic. I think that'd probably be pretty good. Okay. Now we're loading up SM64 Coupe. SM6 Coupe. Coupe. Ice, lemonade, my neck with Japan. That, I'm thinking of a little meme that existed and went away, but it still exists in my head. Okay. Alright, here we go. It's all loaded up. Okay. Now I can switch to this view. It's the audio. Turn that up a little bit. This host. Hold on. No! No! There we go. Now, oh wait, actually, it's not like you were gonna join anyways. You're freaking at work. Bro's at work. He's not joining. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm cooked. Wait, no, I'm not cooked. Hold on. We gotta enable the mod. And by judging by what I just typed, you might be able to tell what it was. Server settings, mods. All right, here we go. Whoa, what the heck? What the heck? All right, let's do Mario. Okay, now I'm actually combining mods here. What? What? Yes, sir. Okay. I had two mods. We're supposed to work together. Let's see. How do you access this? Ah, yeah. Oh, press L. Okay. Noted. There we go. Oh, this is the game. We did it. How can I use the item? Incredible. And there are no CPUs. Wow. This is really the gameplay of all time. Can I jump? There we go. Am I going the wrong way? It's supposed to be like this? Or maybe it's, you know, it's just not designed to work together. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try maybe Bowser. Can I actually complete the map maybe? Let's see. Yeah, so race RR. Let's say BC2. If I could. So race BC2. All right, here we. Okay. Character select has script error. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Yo, I'm in first. Let's go. This is okay. It almost feels like these mods are meant to be used together. Were they actually? You'll never know. I'd like to use the item though. There's just no way to. Okay, fair enough. You know what it was actually? I think that's it's just a legitimate error with the version of SM64 Coupe. Is that in the latest version you can't use the items? Oh my gosh. Oh my. Please don't die. Please don't die, Mario. Not bad. Okay. And then let's try the last one, bro. You can see why I chose not to do this. I was mostly curious to see how it would go. About what I expected. Yeah, I think if items worked, I could like change the title of the stream and be like racing viewers and something like that. But items do not work. They simply do not. And so there's no point in really racing other people, I think. Not really. Oh my. Oh. It didn't count as a lap. Okay. Alright. Well, that's that. That's that mod. That's like, that felt like a fun little tech demo. It's like a tech demo for, you know, Mario Kart 64. I was like, hey, look at this. And whoa, not bad. We could make this into a real game. And they never did. Well, I mean, the real guys, you know what I'm saying? They made Mario Kart, but the mods, no. That's all you're gonna get. Okay, I am now. Now we're gonna do. We're gonna lock in on some regular gameplay, regular schmegular. Probably just use some Mune. Yep.
Mario.
Hello.
Hello.
That's probably gonna look a little bit different. That's fine. That's fine. I guess we have this music now. Alright. Yeah. Maybe I should stick to the mod tier list. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Let's see, okay. TTM. Feels like a vibe. Oh my gosh. I'm washed up. I'm washed up. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Took a sec. Took a sec to tap, you know, tap into the skill. Alright. Hold on. Close, but not quite. Setup wasn't ideal. No! Another unideal setup. Nope. Wow, yeah, the setup is so crucial here. Oh, nope. I was gonna say it looked better. I wasn't even gonna say decent, but better. Wrong. Dang. What? Ah, I've never seen that before. Makes sense how it's possible. I just... That's a new one. True. It's actually a new discovery for me. So you can make the fall like this, take no damage. But if you make the fall with not in a slide recovery, you take the damage. That's the first good setup I've seen. And it makes sense that it worked. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my. Okay. There we go. Alright, and then, yeah. Really all about that angle, huh? No! I almost gotta see where I land. And see if I can, so like, here? Oh. Guess we'll never know. But I'd like to observe the angle before I grab it. Then grab it. See if it works. Look close. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that worked. Which means if I'm right, I hope I am, this'll work. No. Is it really that precise? Like, it's the same angle. How about this? Okay. I see. Ready for how I'm visually trying to line it up? I saw where his nose was. It was like his nose was touching the corner of the box. Right there, just about. Maybe like there. Yeah, wow, okay, there you go. Now I can kind of fix it even if the setup is not ideal. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's kind of like some sort of tech. Get his nose to touch the corner of the box. Grab it. Yeah, that's it. Sick. So even if I mess up the setup, which I tend to do from time to time, I can recover it. That's really good. All right, and then I think we just gotta practice our base skills, so to speak. Bro, I forgot what the input was there. That's not good. I'm on fraud watch now. Okay, nice. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, yep. There's that. Nice. Oh, we're cooking. Man, who let me cook, bro? Who let me in the kitchen? Okay. Nice. Nice. Man, watch out, Goomba. I'm trying to get this. It's really not hard if you can get the actual double jump. The issue is getting the freaking actual double jump. I do be freestyling that one. Still got it. Goes freaking 7 days without playing the game. Still got it. Alright. And then. Now it does feel like it's been a while since I've speedran. What did I do last stream? Last week? Was that on the mod trying to finish it, or? I don't even remember what I was doing. Just a normal speedrun? I think it might have just been normal speedrun practice. Yeah, I think it was, bro. Just the most normal stream. Incredible. This is raw speedrunning talent and ability here. So what's been going on in my life since the last, oh my gosh, week? Hung out with my cousin, did a bunch of awesome stuff, like mini golf, and bowling. Played some Rhythm Heaven. Still got it. Okay. So I can still play the game. That's good. Let's try cannonless. The salty way. The salt way? Wrong. Well, hey. That was kind of fun. Now let's just do it the, this way, where you match the pattern. Okay, yeah. Still got it. What else? SSL. Sample. Sample. Yeah. Now we can warp.
Let's go.
Gimme. Ah, I was facing the wrong way. For shame.
Let's go.
I saw it wiggling. Dude, oh my gosh, I knew it was gonna fall into the lava. Alright. Okay. Oh, brother. Cool, cool. You freaking brat. You snot-nosed brat. Come here. HMC. HMC. You seem to be liking energy. You know what helped? Crazy chicken cart too. You freaking right, bro. Crazy chicken cart would probably help.
Let's go.
It's a cart game where you're a chicken and you're racing. This is not Sonic Mushroom Blast, by the way. This is just Mario. Mario speedrun. Practice. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Crazy Chicken Cart 2. Let's see. Is there a game that if I were to play it, it'd bring a smile to my face? Let me think about that. Yeah, no, honestly, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very particular about my pre-stream. I don't know, I don't think I'm OCD or anything, but I'm very particular about my pre-stream ritual and the energy, you know, making sure I have the right energy going into it. But I was like, today I was like, I'm late and I need to show up, but I think I should have played out the whole ritual. This is what it is. I don't guess OCD, that's ridiculous. Things just have to be in a certain order, in a certain way, or else they don't feel right. Alright. Do nap stream. You're right. Doing a nap stream. Let me think, what have I been... Oh yeah, I forgot about the awesome trick you freaking showed me. Oh yeah, I double forgot. Alright. I forgot it existed, then I forgot how to do it. There we go. Probably not Pokemon. Not Double Dash. Melee? Melee would make me angry. I would just get angry on stream. If I'd play Melee on stream, I would get angry on stream. We don't want to see that. Ha 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 ha. If I were to... Ooh, I could do a round of GeoGuessr. That'd be fun. GeoGuessr was pretty cool. What else is cool? Scrandle was cool. Don't want to spam that though. Yeah. It honestly might have just been the mod being a disappointment too, bro. That mod was a major disappointment. Okay, let me think. If I were to play a game on stream, what would it be? What would it be? What would it be? I still haven't decided, but if I look at the selection, that'll help. We could play Elden. Could play freaking Digimon. Hold on. Portal. Portal on stream would be kind of lit. It's a hard game, kinda. Slay the Spire. Ooh, I like Slay the Spire. Because you know, it's more about I don't know, it's more about the game. I can just play the game, tell you what I'm thinking, just play the game. That's pretty chill. Now, I've been playing Slay the Spire off stream. Who would have thought? I think someone was asking, will you ever play Slay the Spire again? I'm playing Slay the Spire again. I'm gonna play Necrobinder because I've already beaten A10 with Ironclad, Defect, and Regent, but I'm stuck on A9 with the other ones, the Silent and the Necrobinder. Okay. And then we'll change the game. Slay the Spire 2. Okay. Let me turn off the music. Okay, and then turn up Slay the Spire. Break. Okay. Oh, that does not look right. Well, I'm just gonna keep it up here and pretend you never saw that. Okay. Hold on. There we go. We'll just make it maybe a little bit smaller. Nah, I mean, this is fine. It's fine. Let's just play the game. All right, please, please, please. I just need a good run, please. Oh, you know, I could have done reaction, bro. Reaction content. Dude, what's the video I should react to? If you got one, Rome. Alright. I guess this. I don't really like any of those. I probably should have looked at the map and... Okay. We have some shops. Unfortunately, neither of those ways seem like the best. No. Maybe this way? This way also, I mean, yes, this one has a rest, but it also has an elite right after. You know, this one has 4 question marks, which could be worth it. Oh, no, wait. The thing about this way is surviving that many monsters in a row can be kind of dangerous. But it seems like the best path. Let's just run this. Okay. What the heck? I don't think I've ever started the game on this set of enemies, like ever. That's actually crazy. I mean, maybe it's happened, but I only needed to use one shield. I used two. Hold on, let me focus. Sorry, my nose is like acting up or something. I don't fully know. Okay. Alright, frick. They're cooking me. Rome, they're cooking me. Alright. Okay. Could burn the slime. It's fine though. Let me turn up the sound. Block that. I do like countdown because it works so well with the one that doubles your block if you apply doom to an enemy that turn. All right, perfect. This guy gets stronger every turn, which is kind of annoying, so I'll focus more on damage. Sorry, not every turn, but he does upgrade over time is what I meant. Yeah, it's annoying. It's his main sort of thing he does. So I should be hopefully able to kill him before he upgrades again. Because if I can't, I'm cooked. Alright, let's see. We got a video from Rome here. Let's see what it is. Oh, is this the new one? I saw this in my feed. Oh, no. It's not the new one. He does have a new one, though. What's the new one? I forget. That's GOBEKLI TEPE. What's the new one? Dude, it looks like a freaking AI. I mean, it probably is, actually. Let's see. The Carl Higdon abduction and an alien scours the galaxy for food. That is the latest video. Oh. True. I think, depends how far I get in this run. If I get far enough in the run, like say the run takes like 40 minutes, then we'll do the 30-minute one. But if I die early, then we'll do the hour one. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then I'll put Mario on, and then we'll have fun watching second monitor content together. I don't really like any of these. Wait, is there a shop this way? Ah, I skipped the shop. Not gonna lie, shop would be really nice considering what I started with. It's a golden ticket, the golden pearl. He's got 8 damage, so a turn like this would be probably decent. 6 doom per turn, it's not awful. Uh-oh. Can I just do 3 blocks? I can. Let's do 3 blocks, so that way I can apply damage with the countdown, but then avoid taking much damage. Block, and then I take no damage. Wait, yeah. That was right. That was the right move. Okay, I'm already paying attention to the enemy at the end of the act. And one thing I'm noticing is that it is a Phantom which means Doom would probably be particularly effective against it. Yeah, so if we go, I mean, Doom builds are my best builds. I gotta kill 2 of the Nibbits. Alright. Goodness. It's got 6 block. Why did I attack this one? What, Scourge on it? Ooh. Should I do countdown? Probably should, and just block pot. Shield up. I should have killed this one first because it's got more attack. Oh well. Oh well. I think I gotta use this too. Okay. Yeah. Make this free. Get you dead by this turn, and then I'll take 10 whole damage. Ow. This is not good. No, it's free the whole time? Didn't even realize that. Okay, well, we are currently pretty low in our health here. What do we just do? Doom or Scourge again? Am I throwing by doing two? Excuse me, to the Scourge? Probably. Okay. Who do I want to kill? I usually want to start with the Shrinker Beetle. But with this kind of build, Fuzzy Worm Crawler might have been better. Okay. Yeah. Let's go for the Fuzzy Worm Crawler, actually. Because the beetle doesn't actually affect me that much, so it's not actually that high priority a target. Although it did seem that way at first. It did appear that way at first. Okay. Should I have done that? I don't know. Is there a build I could have built that built better than this? This one seems pretty bad. Do I die? I do. No, I died. I guess we'll just have to watch the hour-long Y-Files video. No. No. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. My files go GOBEKLI TEPE. Okay. Yeah, let's hold on. I'm thinking about something. So mainly do I want to pull up Mario? I didn't really like watching that back. I watched that stream back where I was playing Mario and reacting. It felt like a little bit too much for me. So I think I'm just gonna react to just the video.
With the natural world. Our ancestors traveled the world.
I got music on.
Structures. They scaled their creations into cities. They shared
All right.
common
What's up, Y-Files, man?
We are the descendants of an ancient civilization. one which mastered technology, mapped the cosmos,
Okay.
and understood our relationship with the
Regale me
natural
with your
world.
tale.
Our ancestors traveled the world and built enormous structures. They scaled their creations into cities. They shared a common governance and similar religious beliefs. Our ancestors lived, as we do today, as a global society. Then around 14,500 years ago, this global superpower started to collapse. First came uncontrollable change, and then a cataclysm. In less than a week, everything and almost everyone was gone. Those left
is
behind
absurd.
built monuments. Monuments not as tributes to gods or homage to kings. The monuments are a warning to future generations.
Okay.
To us. That warning is simple. Danger is coming. Our civilization has ended before, and it will end again. This is one story that big archaeology and world governments don't want you to know. Because once you hear it, you'll never trust them again. Because the danger that's coming, there's not a thing they can do to stop it.
Ooh, scary. Spooky.
Yeah, human, perfect. Look, I need your help. It's an emergency.
Of course you do. Aren't you supposed to be here?
Look,
Let me
I'm
guess, this is an ad?
trying to get it. Hang on. Don't worry about that. Yeah, try. That's nothing. Hang on. No, crap.
It's gotta be an ad.
Don't look at that. Don't. Look, all I'm trying to do is send a message to my Uber. Look. I need to borrow your laptop. I keep getting all these,
Oh, I am absolutely not letting you borrow my laptop again. You remember what happened last time?
We said we'd never speak of that. In the spa, how was it? I know that there are
I
brains,
just don't
but
have
there's
the
more to
patience right
someone
now.
than muscles, you know? Look, I gotta go deal with this.
Yes, please, I'm begging you.
And don't get me started on how often you talk about Clydesdales.
All right, there you go. Here's your airtime opera.
In 1994, German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt was touring Turkish Neolithic sites when he spotted a limestone block poking out from a hillside.
Black.
The locals call the area Potbelly Hill, or in their language, Göbekli Tepe.
My belly.
Schmidt and his team began excavating the hillside around the limestone. And though they didn't know it at the time, what they discovered would change everything we know about human history. We've all been taught the official story, the big archaeology story of the origin of human civilization. Stone Age hunter-gatherers emerged from the last ice age and eventually discovered farming. These people organized into settlements in Mesopotamia, the Fertile Crescent. Then, about 6,000 years ago, the first civilization was born, ancient Sumer. Stone Age humans before Sumer were primitive. Their most advanced technology was stone tools. At Göbekli Tepe, archaeologists uncovered 4 man-made stone enclosures covering 100,000 square feet of land. That's interesting, but there was a problem. The earliest parts of Göbekli Tepe were built 11,600 years ago. That's 6,000 years before the ancient Sumerians were doing anything. Now this didn't make sense at all. 11,600 years ago was the end of the last ice age. Big archaeology said this far back in time, humans were following the migration of animals. They built temporary camps or at most mud huts. Humans were not building enormous, permanent stone structures. They didn't have the knowledge. They didn't have the tools. They didn't have the talent. Yet, here it was. So the more they dug, the more things stopped making sense. Soon archaeologists learned that the enclosures weren't built at the same time. This indicates long-term occupation of the site. Well, how long? Well, the newest structure was built about 10,500 years ago. That means Göbekli Tepe was occupied for over 1,000 years. Now, 1,000 years doesn't sound that long, but in human history, 1,000 years is a very long time. That's enough time for the Roman Empire to rise and fall again. The excavation of Göbekli Tepe continued, and from the perspective of the scientific establishment, things just kept getting worse. Göbekli Tepe wasn't haphazardly thrown together by Stone Age primitives. It was built strategically for a purpose.
And that was?
The 4 enclosures are circular, between 20 and 200 feet across. and all are angled toward the star Sirius. Sirius is the brightest star in the sky. Many cultures throughout history built temples angled at Sirius, but not 12,000 years ago. Yet here it was. Over the course of 1100 years, Sirius's alignment moved across the night sky. So the builders of Göbekli Tepe created newer enclosures to follow each realignment. To build these monuments required an understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering. A project of this size would also require skills like community planning, administration, and division of labor. Big archaeology said people during this time had not yet acquired these skills. Yet here it was. Within each enclosure are T-shaped pillars, some of them 16 feet tall, each weighing up to 10 tons. 43 pillars have been excavated so far, but the Göbekli Tepe story is just getting started. Only 5% of the site has been uncovered. Recent LiDAR imaging revealed at least 15 to 20 additional structures and enclosures buried beneath the main site.
Whoa.
And there were more than 200 additional stone pillars. Now, about those stone pillars, there's something very strange going on. Engraved on the pillars are depictions of humans, animals, and human-animal hybrids. There are foxes, lions, scorpions, snakes, boar, wild donkey, gazelles, there's all kinds of things. And the work is very advanced. But the most advanced carvings are on the oldest pillars. As the site gets newer, the designs get less intricate. It's like technology and craftsmanship suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Somehow, 7,000 years before Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids of Giza were built, and 6,000 years before the invention of writing, humans were capable of building this. Where did the builders get this sudden knowledge?
The Anunnaki.
Well, the answer to that question is controversial.
The Anunnaki.
Maybe the human story doesn't start at the end of the last ice age like big archaeology wants us to think. Maybe before the last ice age, the Earth was home to an older and much more advanced civilization. That civilization then taught the primitive local hunter-gatherers about mathematics and engineering. They also taught these primitive humans astronomy and told them to pay very close attention to the sky. These ancients then told the local people their story of the time before the Ice Age, when their civilization flourished. Pillar 43 in Enclosure D has become known as the Vulture Stone. On the Vulture Stone, there's a detailed carving that tells the story of these ancient people. Unfortunately, it's also the story of the end of the world.
Okay, speak on that.
Pillar 43 in Enclosure D, also known as the Vulture Stone, depicts the worst day in human history. Engraved on the pillar are asterisms, which are bright star clusters like constellations. Pillar 43 points to Scorpius. Now, to be fair to skeptics, every culture is going to have different representations for their constellations. But look at the drawing on the Vulture Stone. Without a doubt, that is a scorpion. When the constellation Scorpius is lined up with the night sky, all the other drawings fall into place, each of them representing constellations. A sun sits atop the vulture's wing in the design, showing its placement in the sky in relation to the stars. If we use the central sun as a guide to line up the constellations, it reveals a star map. And every star map is a date stamp. Take the Hoover Dam, for example. Engraved on the floor of the dam is the exact configuration of the stars as seen from that location on the day the dam opened.
Ew, why did they carve that in the damn floor?
So if the structure is found thousands or millions of years from now, archaeologists will know the exact date.
The date the damn people made it.
Right.
Damn good idea.
The Vulture Stone shows the only time in history that this specific configuration of stars could be seen from Göbekli Tepe. It was a 100-year window between 10,900 to 10,800 BC, about 13,000 years ago. But wait, this is more than 1,000 years before Göbekli Tepe was built. So this tablet is telling a story of something that happened in the past. It's the story of a time period commonly referred to as the Younger Dryas, and the terror from the sky that changed the face of the Earth. The Ice Age lasted about 2.6 million years. most of the northern hemisphere was covered by miles-thick sheets of ice. 30% of the Earth's surface was covered by glaciers. This sounds bad, but for the human race, it was good. Sure, the climate was cold, but it wasn't cold everywhere. Most of Africa and the Middle East were warm, with plenty of plant and animal life. And the climate was consistent for 2.6 million years. Hominids had a nice, stable climate in which to evolve during this time. Homo sapiens, modern humans, emerged during this time. We were born in the Ice Age. We thrived in it. Then the climate started changing. Temperatures became warmer year after year. The ice sheets slowly melted. Sea levels gradually rose. This would have been a concern for the human civilization, but they were helpless to do anything about it.
Oh, so you admit that even if the climate is getting warmer, there's nothing we can do about it?
Well, that's an open debate.
How dare you!
Then suddenly, around 12,900 years ago, the Earth got cold again. Not as cold as before, but cold enough that humans understood how to survive and thrive in these conditions. This mini ice age was essentially a return to normal. But 1,000 years later, this age of normalcy ended violently and suddenly. The ice sheets melted as they had before, but not over 2.6 million years. This time the ice melted in weeks. There was no time for civilization to adjust. This was the cataclysm. And there's evidence of this cataclysm in ice core samples taken from Greenland and Antarctica. There's evidence in sediment cores from the bottom of lakes and oceans. There's evidence in organic material that's been carbon dated. But there's also evidence of this disaster on Pillar 43, the Vulture Stone. Along with giving us a date, the tablet also depicts the comet impact of the Younger Dryas. At the bottom of the pillar is a headless man, linking the date to death. There's also a snake coming from the south. This has been said to represent 3 giant waves washing over the Earth. Those could have been the tsunamis that we know for sure happened. But Pillar 43 is only a piece of the story. Pillar 56 depicts more of the Younger Dryas impact, waves crashing, animals fleeing. Now, those are scary, but to me, Pillar 18 is the most ominous depiction at GOBEKLI Tepe. First of all, it contains the only word on the whole site. The word is God.
Maybe it was saying, oh God, we're gonna die. Oh God, please save us.
I think it was saying exactly that.
Wait, I was just joking.
Well, I think something very bad happened, and this pillar is a plea for help.
Oh, my joke isn't very funny anymore.
Pillar 18 in Enclosure D focuses on the constellation we know as Aquarius. But when it was built, the pillar was probably centered on Taurus. Now, if that's true, we now have a very big piece of this puzzle. The comet Enki was discovered in 1786 and takes about 3 years to orbit the sun. Enki is about 3 miles wide. Not a huge comet, but not small either. The thing is, it used to be bigger. Much bigger. It was part of what scientists call a megacomet, 100 miles wide, and not just made of ice, but also glass, metal, and rock. About 20,000 years ago, the megacomet broke up.
This is good, right?
Oh no, this is bad. Really bad. When the 100-mile megacomet broke up, it created an enormous debris field. Now instead of one megacomet, you've got millions of smaller comets, ranging in size from grains of sand to over a mile across. When the Earth passed through that cloud of debris, the people at Göbekli Tepe would have seen a firestorm of comets raining down on the Earth, all coming from the Aquarius constellation, just as is depicted on Pillar 43. But here's the scary part. We fly through that same debris field every year. It's called the Taurid meteor shower, and it's caused a lot of damage through the years. And if you're watching this in September, October, or November, we're flying through it right now.
Almost. We're gonna enter
When
it soon.
Göbekli Tepe was discovered, big archaeology had no choice but to admit they had underestimated the technological abilities of early man by, about 5,000 years. It must be a mistake, they said. After all, their grant money depends on them being right. No need to fund a search for, let's say, a mummy in a pyramid that's not going to be there. But in 2019, more bad news for the mainstream. That year, excavations started at Karahan Tepe, about 40 miles from Göbekli Tepe. Initial estimates say it might have been settled before Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe seems to have been built for a single purpose, maybe a place of worship or an observatory. Karahan Tepe is very different. It shows obvious signs of a structured society.
Yo, I love Big
Now,
Mac.
there are
What's
many
going
different
on?
types of
How you
buildings at
doing?
Karahan Tepe. Some could be shops
stream.
or residences or food storage. Vessels, grindstones, flint, plates.
Hold on. Okay, let's see. It's about Göbekli Tepe, which is a hill that exists somewhere, and it's very ancient, built by ancient humans, and it warns of potential
And all kinds
disaster.
of other
basically,
objects have been found at Karahan Tepe.
and
These types of
involves some
artifacts
technology
haven't
that shouldn't
been
have
found
existed at the
Göbekli
time.
Tepe, suggesting the two
let's
sites
see.
served
Good, how are we
very
doing? Pretty
different
good.
social functions.
decent.
But these places existed at the same
Have you streamed
time.
it all recently?
So it's possible Göbekli
don't think
Tepe
I've seen
was a
any,
religious
but I
center,
don't know.
where Karahan Tepe was a
Not
residential neighborhood,
super on
or maybe
Twitch.
a shopping district. And if that's true, there must be more settlements in the area yet to be found.
There's more?
Lots more. In 2021, the Turkish government announced the discovery of at least 11 additional hillsides, which contain structures very much like Göbekli Tepe. The hillsides make up a 100-mile ring with Göbekli Tepe in the center. These sites are known collectively as TASTEPLR. Now, instead of an area inhabited by nomadic primitives, TASTEPLR is a metropolis. Cyberch was uncovered by archaeologists in 2021, around 10 miles from Göbekli Tepe. Cyberch is one of the most complex settlements in the area. Archaeologists found communal buildings big enough to seat 50 people. There are communal halls covered with countless engravings of humans and animals. To the south of the communal buildings are ancient residential homes. The layout of each of the TASTEPLR archaeological sites suggests hundreds of thousands of people live there permanently, right after the Younger Dryas changed the face of the world. But there's a site discovered in 2008, about 180 miles away, which really broke history, and suggests TASTEPLR may have been a capital in what was a very busy region. While digging a dam in the area, engineers rediscovered the settlement of Bankuklu Tarla.
Damn engineers.
Look, you don't have to keep tagging that joke.
Oh, you don't like my damn jokes, huh?
The Bankuklu Tarla settlement is between 12,000 and 13,000 years old. That means it was built within the Younger Dryas cold period, before the flood.
The structure found has similar features with Göbekli Tepe and the structures belonging to this period in the region. The building has a unique architectural style, shape, and interior arrangement, unique with these features. We can say that it is a temple that dates back to 12,000 years.
This is where the existence of an ancient advanced civilization starts to become almost irrefutable. Bankuklu Tarla has all the things we find on TASTEPLR: private buildings, public spaces. It's got storage rooms, tools, ornamental objects. It's got mega and microliths. The people of Bankuklu Tarla were so advanced, they even built a sewer system. More than 130 skeletons have been found there, each buried with hundreds of thousands of beads. The manufacturing of beads proves that there was a division of labor, an artisan class. It proves that the people had time for more than just hunting and gathering. They had time to make art.
Making beads is more of a craft than art, but I get your meaning.
So big archaeology was wrong again. Very, very wrong. This area of Turkey shows that thousands of people lived there in organized communities. They built neighborhoods and temples. They had shops and large halls for gathering. They had division of labor. They were experts at stonework. They understood mathematics and astronomy. They were talented engineers. And this was 12,000 years ago. But where's the evidence of people learning these skills? If the people at Göbekli Tepe were putting up 10-ton stone pillars 10 to 12,000 years ago, shouldn't we see communities learning these skills 15,000 years ago, 20,000 years ago? We should see an evolution of technology that takes thousands of years. But we don't. This advanced technology just appeared. But that's not exactly true. The people in the area around Göbekli Tepe, Bangkuku Tarla, and Cyberch were taught this technology after the Great Flood. It was a gift to them, a gift from the people of the sea.
Atlantis.
Mainstream or big archaeology gets things wrong. A lot of things. Göbekli Tepe shouldn't be there. Neither should Karahan Tepe, Bangkuku Tarla, or any of the other settlements in the area. We're told the Great Pyramids of Giza are tombs built for pharaohs, but no mummy has ever been found in a tomb. Not one, not ever. But in the Great Pyramid, we did find evidence that it might have been used as an ancient power plant. Big archaeology hates that idea. Now, when I was growing up, we were taught that Native Americans first arrived in North America by crossing the Bering Land Bridge in Alaska between 10 to 12,000 years ago.
That's right.
This was called the Clovis First model because some stone tools were found in Clovis, New Mexico. Big archaeology wasn't even close on how people got to the Americas, or when. The Monte Verde site in Chile blew up the Clovis model when it was dated to 14,800 years ago. Buttermilk Creek Complex in Texas was dated to about 15,500 years ago. The Bluefish Caves in Yukon, Canada have evidence suggesting human activity as far back as 24,000 years ago. Plus, there's hard evidence that people from Polynesia in the South Pacific traded with and mated with tribes in Guatemala many years before Columbus. And they didn't cross the Bering Land Bridge in Alaska. They sailed thousands of miles across the Pacific Ocean. This means they had advanced ship-making skills and seamanship. They had knowledge of astronomy and the weather.
To make that trip, they also had to have balls of steel.
I would have preferred that you said nerves of steel, but yeah, they were brave. Big archaeology knows the Mayan culture had a large population, but they were not considered to be very technologically advanced. But in 2023, researchers deep in the Guatemalan jungle discovered a sprawling Mayan civilization. It covers more than 650 square miles. And here's the crazy thing. The cities were interconnected by a series of superhighways. And these weren't just paths or dirt roads. The roads were elevated to allow for drainage and even paved with white plaster. The Romans get a lot of credit for creating the first roads, but the Mayans beat the Romans to it by about 2,000 years.
They're the world's first superhighway system that we have. What's amazing about them is that they unite all these cities together like a spider web, which forms one of the earliest and first state societies in the Western Hemisphere.
So big archaeology was wrong about Mayan technology, but they still had to get in the last word. Mainstream said, sure, they had hundreds of miles of roads, but they didn't have vehicles, they just walked. No animals or people pulling carts, they just walked hundreds of miles. Big archaeology said this is because the Mayans didn't discover the wheel. But Mayan toys have been discovered that have wheels. Big archaeology says the Mayans never thought to scale them up to put them on carts. How do we know this? Big archaeology says we know this because we haven't discovered the carts. Oh. But a year ago, big archaeology would have said there's no way the Mayans could have built a highway system. Why not? Well, because we haven't found one. Yet there it is. Big archaeology is quick to take a lack of evidence at face value, regardless of common sense. Like there was no such thing as the city of Dwarka, the advanced and prosperous city in India that was consumed by a great flood. That was all a myth. Then Dwarka was found and dated to the Younger Dryas. There's no such thing as Atlantis, but it's hard to explain the Bimini Road in the Bahamas, or the ancient city off the coast of Cuba that could be anywhere from 6,000 to 50,000 years old. There's no such thing as Mu, the continent that once connected Greece to Easter Island. Yet the languages from those two cultures share about 1,000 words. And the Yonaguni Monument off the coast of Japan is right where Mu would have been. There was no such thing as Derinkuyu, the secret underground city that hid 20,000 people from danger for thousands of years. That was just a local myth. Then a man tried expanding his basement and realized it's already been expanded, and the lost city of Derinkuyu was discovered. And that's why big archaeology says there was no advanced culture before the flood, because there's no evidence of it. Except there is. Every culture has a flood myth. Long before Noah built the ark, a great flood turned up in Mesopotamia in the Epic of Gilgamesh. The ancient Sumerians, Egyptians, Greeks, Hindus, they all have a legend of a deluge that wiped the earth clean. The flood myth really is worldwide. The Norse have their own version of the Noah's Ark story. The Inca, the Aztec, tribes across America, Japanese, Chinese, Hawaiian, Australian Aboriginal. This is just to name a few, the list is much longer. Now, the legends vary, but they're all basically the same plot. People are misbehaving, so a flood is sent to wipe them out and start over with a few survivors. Now, I don't know about the misbehaving part, but we're pretty sure the flood really happened. But some of the flood legends have a twist. Those legends say that before the flood, there were advanced civilizations who flourished on their own continents, while primitive humans were still figuring out stone tools. Atlantis was a powerful and advanced island nation. It was larger than Asia and ruled by the descendants of gods. Atlantis was prosperous and technologically advanced, but the people became corrupt, prompting the gods to sink the island into the ocean in a single day and night of catastrophic earthquakes and floods. Lemuria was a huge continent in the Pacific Ocean. Lemuria was home to a spiritually advanced civilization that was sometimes ally and sometimes enemy of Atlantis. And then there was Mu. Mu is a continent either in the Pacific Ocean or Indian Ocean. It was once inhabited by an advanced civilization. The survivors of Mu brought their wisdom and began the civilizations of ancient Egypt and the Maya. Atlantis, Lemuria, and Mu are all similar stories in that they were highly advanced civilizations. All existed around 9600 BC, all destroyed by a great flood. But in all three stories, there are a few survivors. After the floodwaters recede and their homelands are destroyed, these survivors seek refuge on the mainland. The people they find are kind but primitive, so the survivors grant them the gift of civilization.
And when you show up somewhere, it's always polite to bring something. Flour, bottle of wine, civilization.
I agree, that's just good manners. But it's at this time that agriculture explodes across the Middle East. Megalithic structures now appear. Complex cities emerge, all seemingly overnight. In Hindu, Matsya takes the form of a fish and guides King Manu to reestablish civilization. In Mesopotamia, Oannes emerged from the sea as half man, half fish.
A merman?
Yep.
Hey, ask him if he has a sister, will ya?
Oannes teaches the Sumerians agriculture, writing, law, and all knowledge crucial for civilization. Quetzalcoatl, also associated with water, brought civilization to the Aztecs. In Egyptian, Polynesian, Japanese, Chinese, Norse, Hawaiian, Native American, there's a godlike teacher who comes from the sea to help restart civilization. And these saviors or teachers or whatever you want to call them, they all appear after the Great Flood at the end of the Younger Dryas. And they all transfer wisdom and knowledge to the primitive people that they meet and restart civilization. And there's more evidence. The cultures around the world seem to have been given the same knowledge. For example, Sirius is the brightest star in the sky. Every culture knows about it, but every culture, new and old, refers to Sirius as a dog or a wolf. In ancient Iraq, Sirius was called the dog star that leads. In China, it was known as the heavenly wolf. Assyrians and Akkadians knew Sirius as the dog of the sun. And in North America, native tribes used largely canine terminology, like dog that follows mountain sheep or wolf star when referring to Sirius. Most cultures holding a reverence for the brightest star in the sky is understandable, but all of them referring to the same star as a dog or a wolf? That seems like a big coincidence.
We don't believe in those.
We don't. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, Bangkoklu Tarla, a bustling city, appears in Turkey. Karahan Tepe, with its homes and halls and magnificent art, appears. And Göbekli Tepe is built, an entire complex dedicated to the star Sirius. And within the complex, 10-ton stone pillars that tell the story of man, the fire from the sky, the flood that swallows the earth, and of civilization given a second chance. The pillars also offer a warning for future generations. For us, all that has happened before will happen again. The builders gave us symbols on stones and told us to watch the sky. They showed us the constellations to study. They gave us the exact date of the last disaster so we could prepare for the next one, because there's always a next one. The images carved in the stone pillars could be a guide to ensure humanity's survival. But if all that's true, why was it all intentionally buried? Around 10,000 years ago, the people of Göbekli Tepe took up a massive project. They filled in the entire compound with stone and debris. Then they covered it with earth and mud to make it seem like it was never there. There are two theories for why they did this. One, to preserve it, or two, to hide it.
Hide it.
An advanced society destroyed by an ancient cataclysm. The survivors venture out into the world, spreading wisdom and knowledge and sowing the seeds of civilization. Then, in an instant, agriculture explodes, cities are born, and a new era of man begins. Just not the first era of man. Not only is this a great story, it's one of my favorite stories. I read Graham Hancock's book, Fingerprints of the Gods, in the 1990s, and I was hooked. I've been an ancient civilization junkie ever since. But is it true?
Here we go.
Well, big archaeology says it's absolutely not true. But we've shown that lack of evidence is proof enough for the mainstream to say that something never existed. Only when dragged kicking and screaming to evidence of the Great Flood do they finally acknowledge it. And only when Göbekli Tepe is discovered does the date of the first civilization get pushed back. Then Bangkoklu Tarla is found and the date changes again. And it may change again and again. So big archaeology was wrong about how advanced the people of the Stone Age were. They were clearly advanced enough to build monolithic monuments and huge complex cities. It appears as if this skill and technology comes out of nowhere. We don't see older, smaller structures that show an evolution of technology that leads to something as magnificent as Göbekli Tepe. The technology just appeared. And it appeared at the end of the Younger Dryas, after the Great Flood. So it must be a transfer of technology from survivors of an ancient society whose civilization was lost beneath the waves. But let's be fair. There was an evolution of technology leading to Göbekli Tepe. Natufian culture existed in the same area about 15,000 years ago. They were unusual in that they settled the area permanently. There's evidence of cemeteries, architecture, food production, animal domestication, and burials with elaborate mortuary treatments. The Natufians built organized stone structures decorated with art. This is 2,000 years before Göbekli Tepe. Ayam Malaha was a Natufian settlement built around 12,000 years ago. They too used circular structures like those found at Göbekli Tepe. Pre-Natufian culture goes back to 23,000 years ago. Now, it's rare to find evidence of this culture, but it's not impossible. There are engravings, ornaments, and beads that are older than Göbekli Tepe, thousands of years older. The monoliths at Göbekli Tepe are impressive, but the Natufians also created huge slabs of decorated limestone. Not as elaborate, but they were made with skill and craftsmanship. Kortik Tepe is another mound discovered in the Anatolia area of Turkey. Found there are pieces of very elaborate pottery, carvings, jewelry, tools, and fishing hooks. Kortik Tepe has been dated from 12,400 years ago to 11,700 years ago. So not only older than Göbekli Tepe, this settlement existed during the cold snap of the Younger Dryas. Now it is worth noting that Kortik Tepe disappears around the time of the flood. But before the flood, people lived there for 1,000 years. So there is evidence of an evolution of technology, not just with jewelry and engraving, but even building large monoliths, all thousands of years before Göbekli Tepe. One of the great mysteries is why Göbekli Tepe was deliberately filled in. Now, the working theory is the earlier structures were pretty big and dug into a mound. An earthquake hit, knocked everything into the mound, and made a mess of things. Then everyone in the area filled in the rest of the hole and built newer, smaller structures around the older, larger ones. Structures that were designed to withstand earthquakes. Now, no one really knows for sure, but it's a theory that makes sense to me. And there are some issues with the dates as well. The date on Pillar 43, the Vulture Stone, that's 13,000 years ago. That doesn't line up with the end of the Younger Dryas, so it's not describing the Great Flood. But that date does line up with the beginning of the Younger Dryas. Was there an impact at that time too? Well, there probably was. It's believed that the abrupt cooling 13,000 years ago was caused by a series of events that happened at the same time. There are ice core samples that show an impact 12,887 years ago, and that date is accurate within 5 years. And this happened at the same time as a large volcanic eruption in Germany. This caused the Earth to be covered in soot, which caused years of darkness. Meanwhile, the impacts disrupted the ocean currents, so everything got cold again. Not as cold as before, but still cold. Then about 1,000 years later, another event, maybe another impact, maybe a massive solar event. We don't really know for sure, but something did happen to warm the Earth and melt the ice caps really fast. We do have evidence of cultures that existed before, during, and after the Younger Dryas. Now, did we debunk the idea of an advanced culture before that? Absolutely not. I'm just trying to give you the full picture. There absolutely could have been someone else here long ago. And we've talked before about how it would take only about 10,000 years before all evidence of the human race is gone. But here's the thing about that number. Civilization disappearing in 10,000 years assumes the Earth is peaceful. If one of these years the Taurid meteor shower threw a rock at us, like it did during the Younger Dryas, well, it wouldn't take 10,000 years to erase our civilization. We'd be gone in a day. Here's how it happens.
He says.
It's a brisk November evening. Maybe this year, maybe 20 years from now. It doesn't matter. Every November, the Earth passes through the Taurid meteor cloud, and the Earth's sky lights up. People gather all over the world to see the event. Meteor watching parties are common. You and a few friends decide to get together and see the show. The sky does not disappoint. Shooting stars zip across the night sky like fireflies. There are even larger comets that streak by for a full second or two before burning out. And once in a while, a big one. It's a fireball that lights up the sky, and for a moment, night turns to day. Now, everyone's heart races, but fireballs like these are known to happen during the Taurid shower. People remember the Taurids of 2015. That year, fireballs hit the Earth in swarms. In 2020, a Taurid fireball exploded over Japan that sounded like a bomb going off. That one set off car alarms for miles. You continue to watch the sky and notice the shooting stars getting denser, thicker, then a fireball, then another. You feel a little anxiety, but the Taurid meteors have been happening your whole life, and they've been nothing more than a light show. Then another fireball. This one looks like it's close. It vaporizes in a flash of light so bright that you have to shield your eyes. You and your group of sky watchers giggle nervously. Then 3 seconds later, a crack, then a boom. So loud you feel it in your stomach. Everyone agrees. This was fun, but let's go home. But now there's another fireball. Everyone turns to see. This one is different. It's not really streaking across the sky, it's expanding somehow. No, it's not expanding, it's coming closer. It comes closer and closer, and there's no way to tell how big it is. From where you're standing, it's like a mountain made of fire. Just as panic sets in, it disappears somewhere over the horizon. You let out a deep sigh. You didn't realize it, but for the past 30 seconds, you've been holding your breath. You and your group are now frantically gathering your belongings. That was more than enough excitement for one evening. You even ask yourself if you even want to do this again next year. But that question has already been answered for you. You just didn't know it yet. Over the horizon, where the fireball disappeared, a ball of light emerges. Everything is lit up like the day. No, brighter than that. It's so bright, everything is just white. The ball of white light grows larger and larger, and you feel something deep in your brain. That part of your brain that evolved 2 million years ago, that lizard brain. It sends you a single message: run. you run. About 3,000 miles away, there has been an event. The meteor hits and vaporizes everything around the impact point for miles. Water, rock, cities, all vanish. Then the shock waves start. Earthquakes radiate out from the impact point over and over again as the Earth reverberates like a bell. These earthquakes move faster than the speed of sound. They're so powerful, they disrupt the tectonic plates of the Earth. That sets off a chain reaction of earthquakes and volcanoes across every major fault line. Forget LA and San Francisco. The San Andreas will either eat or burn the entire California coast. Then you've got the Cascadia subduction zone in the Pacific Northwest. The Hayward Fault, the Calaveras Fault, the Garlock, the Wasatch, they all erupt. From western Canada to Baja, Mexico is leveled. Everything within 20 miles of the coast crumbles into the sea. Then the shock waves roll back around the planet again, and again, and again. The biggest fault system in the United States is the New Madrid seismic zone. The most powerful earthquakes in US history have come from here. When that fault goes, say goodbye to Chicago, Indianapolis, St. Louis, and down to New Orleans. All gone, crumbled, on fire, or underwater. The New Madrid fault connects to the Ramapo fault in the east and sets it off like a fuse. Ramapo extends through Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey. Then the Charleston Fault in South Carolina goes next. From Boston to Seattle, from Maine to Miami, and everything in between, earthquakes rock the country over and over again. And this is happening everywhere in the world. Then comes the wind. A Category 5 hurricane has wind speeds of 150 to 160 miles per hour. A Cat 5 hurricane is going to seem like a gentle afternoon. Rushing around the planet is a storm with winds over 1,000 miles per hour. This is called the air blast. Anything wooden is gone. Cars, boats, people, all gone. Only the sturdiest stone structures could survive the wind, but most stone structures have already been turned to rubble by the earthquakes. In some places, the wind lasts for 16 hours, and within the wind is everything. Buildings, cars, trees, everything. It's a food processor that pulverizes everything for hours. What happens next goes one of two ways. Option 1, the rock hits solid Earth. Now, if that happens, heat and ejecta cause wildfires for thousands of miles around the impact point. Radiating out from the center is a fireball moving at twice the speed of sound. This fireball is hotter than the surface of the sun. A land impact also launches millions and millions of tons of ejecta into the atmosphere. In fact, millions of tons of molten rock will leave the atmosphere and go into space. The rock cools and forms a shell of debris in orbit around the Earth. No more space station, no more satellites. The ejecta that remains in the atmosphere blocks out the sun for months. But it only takes a few days for plant life to start dying. The entire food chain is disrupted within a week and completely collapses in a month. All food is gone. And that's a land impact. Option 2 is an ocean impact. This is probably worse. The rock hits, vaporizes the ocean water, and collides with the bedrock. The earthquakes begin like before, but what's really dramatic is the tsunami. But it's much more than a tsunami. More than a mega tsunami. What this is, there's really no name for it. A wall of water rises about 1.5 miles in the air. The water would be higher than the clouds if there were clouds. The shock waves and air blast dissipated all the clouds, leaving only dark streaks of smoke that turn the sky blood red. The wall of water extends in all directions. It moves at 500 miles per hour. By the time it makes landfall, it's even higher. As the water tears across the land, it collects debris. Every object the water touches is captured and becomes part of the wave. Within minutes, the front face of the wall is a solid mass of debris moving hundreds of miles per hour. The devastation is extreme. As the Earth reverberates, the secondary waves begin. These are smaller waves compared to the first, but they're still hundreds of feet high, and they pummel the coasts over and over and over again. About 24 hours later, the Earth settles, Volcanoes continue to erupt, and there are thousands of earthquake aftershocks, but most of the violence is over. This is the worst day in human history. But here's what's really scary. The scenario I just described has happened many times. So a question for the skeptics: how much evidence of human civilization would be left after this type of event? Skeptics say there would be evidence of trash, plastic, and steel. But would there? After the comet strike, the fireball, the shock waves, the 1,000-mile-an-hour wind, the string of mega tsunamis, I'm not sure how much of anything would be left after that. Now, you would think that this event would leave a mess of debris across the landscape, but it would be nothing like that. The land would be pristine. Well, pristine in a way. From horizon to horizon is mud. Nothing but mud. Everything has been pulverized into dust. Any object larger than a basketball is buried under mud 1,000 feet deep. Big archaeology says there was no early civilization because they haven't found one. Or maybe they just haven't dug deep enough. There's evidence of an ancient advanced civilization in myths and legends from cultures around the world. Not just evidence that a civilization was here, but also how it was destroyed. The book of Revelation describes events that could be interpreted as impacts.
And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Revelation 6.
That sounds exactly like the impact I described earlier. The stars fall to the earth, the darkness, the mighty wind, and earthquakes strong enough to move mountains. In Indian texts, the Vedas and the Mahabharata, they contain descriptions of celestial events and weapons that have been interpreted as comet or meteor impacts.
Gigantic elephants burnt by that weapon fell all around, uttering fierce cries loud as those of the clouds. Other huge elephants, scorched by that fire, ran hither and thither, and roared aloud in fear, as if in the midst of a forest conflagration. Mahabharata, Book 7.
That sounds like molten ejecta hitting the earth and setting everything on fire, just like we'd expect. The Lascaux caves in France are some of the most famous cave art ever found. One drawing called The Shaft Scene features a dying man and several animals. Researchers now say this describes a comet strike around 15,200 BC. Petroglyphs all over the world depict celestial objects with multiple tails. These have been suggested to represent the Taurid meteor swarm. This petroglyph from Forsyth County, Georgia is a star map. It suggests a comet impact event in 536 AD. Ice core samples from Greenland confirm an impact sometime between 533 and 540. That impact had global ramifications and cooled the Earth over 5 degrees. There are more examples of impacts, and these are just the most obvious ones. And notice that they're not all from thousands of years ago. Some are from just hundreds of years ago. The Tunguska event in 1908 is thought to be a Taurid meteor that strayed from the debris field. These impacts happen periodically, and they usually happen in the autumn when we cross the Taurid debris field. And maybe that's the story being told on the Vulture Stone at GOBEKLI TEPE. Not the story of what happened in the past, but the potential danger we face right now. The Taurid comets come every year, September to November. This year, the Taurid comets peak on November 6th. You can see them for yourself. Now, sure, most of them look like shooting stars, but some of them are fireballs that light up the entire sky. Now, why does big archaeology and every world government discount this story? Because there's not a thing they can do about it. Every time we pass through the Taurid comet cloud, we're playing Russian roulette. Every year, a new spin of the chamber, a new pull of the trigger. Now, chances are, when we pull the trigger, all we hear is a click. But there are objects in the Taurid cloud that are a mile wide. So even though the chance is small, there is a chance, a real chance, that one of those objects will find its way to us. And when that happens, our civilization ends once again. And there will be only a handful of survivors, the few people lucky enough to hide in mountain caves. And maybe those survivors will create cave paintings or rock carvings describing this world-ending event. However they do it, they'll want to tell our story, and it's an important one. Every year we take our chance with the Taurids. One year we're gonna lose. Then the only thing left of us, our entire civilization, will be one more very short story.
Sheesh, that is crazy, man. Wow. Can't believe that might happen. Yup. Yeah. 16-star runtime. 16-star runtime. I think you mean that we've reached our runtime of 3 hours and it's time to end the stream. That's what you were trying to say, right? I saw 16 stars falling. Now it's runtime because one's gonna impact. Hold on. Yep. Okay, well, you know what, brother? It is what it is. It is what it is. And running on stream, I don't know. I need more practice, bro. I need more practice. Anyways, I think that's it. That is freaking it. It is done. Alright, brother. I'm gonna work on. You seem tired AF. Yeah, that's why we're watching an hour-long video. Yeah, man. Just an off day. I can see why some streamers just be reacting all day. Yeah, man, I don't know. But here's what I will do. I'll thank you both for stopping by, for sure. Appreciate it. Well, that's probably. Let me turn that down. This is probably loud. Anyways, thank you both for stopping by today. Tomorrow. I'm gonna come back with another stream idea. I've been working on a couple things. There are a couple mods I wanted to try that are actually high quality. I've seen them played. Okay, high quality mods. Yeah, and so, or maybe I'll complete Star Road. It's gonna be one or the other. Anyways, tomorrow's gonna be better. Back with more energy. In worst case, you know, we just react more. But I'm sure it'll be great. At any rate, that's it for today's stream. I hope you'll have a wonderful evening or afternoon, I suppose, depending on where you are. In any case, I've been Jozen, and I'll see you next time. Peace.